How could we define what is a nominal Christian from a committed Christian? Because in Argentina, a survey was done not long ago. Around 98% of the Argentinians in this research said they believed in God, or they defined themselves as Christian people, Christians in their own way. So, how would you draw a line between what is a nominal Christian and a committed Christian? You can dress up like a Christian, you can use makeup like a Christian, you can speak Christian jargon. But if you haven't met the person, you aren't a Christian. If you haven't had an encounter with Jesus Christ, you're not a Christian. So for me, that's the point. A true Christian, not a nominal one, is the one that found Jesus Christ, and he let Jesus find him. This is one of the most beautiful experiences in life. So it's not by tradition. Well, with tradition comes upbringing and values, and that helps a lot. But there is a moment in your life that you encountered Jesus Christ, and that's it. You saw him and you said, "Yes, Lord." So my question to a Christian would be, have you encountered Jesus Christ? Do you allow your heart to be found by Jesus Christ because he is searching for you? Or do you carry on anyway and do not obey him? And in everyday practical life, this encounter with Jesus Christ, how do you see it? What's the evidence of it? What is the fruit of this encounter? First of all, the origin. This origin is like no other. For everyone is different and personal. And how you can see this evidence of that? The evidence is a changed life. You change your attitudes in life, and those are the fruit of the Spirit. Peace, meekness, goodness, justice. Those that the Scriptures say to us are the fruits from the Spirit. Against such things there is no law, right? They are more than laws. It is the Spirit of the Lord that is inside of you, but you allowed yourself to be found. It really impacts me every time I go to Rome. I find time to go and see the oil painting of Caravaggio, of Matthew's conversion. Jesus is there in a corner pointing to Matthew, who is in the other corner collecting money. He points at him and says, "You," and the people walking around look at Matthew. And some of them look at Jesus. This one? Yes, that one. And he allowed himself to be found, because he could have said no, like many Pharisees that didn't allow him to find them. So it is not Puritanism or something moral. It's about an encounter with Jesus that transforms a life, inwardly and is seen outwardly. That is the true Christian. Look, in the Gospel of Luke, when Jesus describes the prayer of the publican and the Pharisee, the poor publican man, he was full of sin deep within, and he allowed this encounter. But the Pharisee was not justified. The Samaritan woman allowed herself to be found by Jesus, even though she tried to evade and change the conversation with theological problems about this mount and the other one. But she allowed herself to be found. Mary Magdalene allowed herself to be found. So many sinners allowed themselves to be found by him. So this isn't earned by accumulation of merits. It's not by good works, but for good works. So this encounter takes you to a life of good works. It's purely by grace. You have to open your heart to that grace, and there you will be fruitful.